tell me what you saw and why you reacted as you did?
Well, on approaching the bank, I heard gunshots come from inside the bank. I continued my approach, coming up on aim. The three suspects backed out from the bank, all brandishing firearms. The first man and the second man responded to my challenges. The female engaged me with her firearm, and I felt justified in shooting her.
An armed confrontation is extremely dangerous for everybody. But it's also dangerous to a police officer because what he is doing is basically illegal. He is killing someone. And he can only justify that if it was in self-defence or if it was reasonable in the circumstances for the achievement of a lawful purpose. And he'll only know that after the event.
Greater Manchester Police today face an unprecedented increase in armed crime. They've improved their capability to meet force with force by the creation of a special unit of armed officers, on call 24 hours a day. These armed policemen are subject to rigorous selection and training.
Since Stephen Waldorf was shot in 1983, and even more so since Hungerford Massacre in 1987, firearms training has improved dramatically. There are many fewer police officers who are authorised to carry firearms now. They are much better trained.
Okay, the positions are 4 rounds unsupported standing, strong hand. 4 rounds standing supported, 4 rounds kneeling, 4 rounds sitting, and 4 rounds back in the strong hand standing supported position. The purpose of the course is to train officers to become authorised firearms officers for the Greater Manchester Police. That's to train them in the skills required to be safe, competent and professional in the use of the revolver.
You're just rushing these.
Yeah. Did a little bit of reading.
You should get the 10 in a group there.
There are near 10,000 shotgun certificate holders in GMP. So what we're going to have a look at next is shotgun ammunition.
A lot of officers and a lot of members of the public have the wrong idea about firearms purely by seeing what effects are portrayed on television. So we believe we're showing them in practical terms what different sorts of rounds can do to different sorts of targets.
You can see there's the fresh penetration there. It's through the steel plate, and that's the sort of damage and disruption it'll do to a human body.
If you look on top, you'll see there is a lever, again with a knurled piece on. Just push it to one side and break the weapon, and any rounds in there should be pushed out.
The reason I chose to come on this course is because I want to become a police firearms instructor. I feel, unfortunately, the way society is going, guns are becoming increasingly more prevalent in today's society, and the police, to keep up with it, are going to have to be trained, and if not more highly trained than the criminals are in the use of the weapons. We get called to alarms at banks, calls of armed robberies every day. So the everyday policeman who is armed with nothing more than his notebook and his truncheon are in more danger than the firearms officers.
If an officer squeezes a trigger, it is very important that the round he fires strikes a target. If it doesn't, it could endanger innocent people.
Return! Advance! There is a certain amount of pressure on the students on the course. That pressure builds up over the 2 weeks because it is reliant on a classification shoot on the last day. And even though they may have completed all areas to our satisfaction, if they don't pass the classification shoot on the last day, then they do not pass the course.
Well, just got to do your best. It's very hard physically and even harder mentally with the amount of concentration you've got to give. But I will have benefited from it as well. Find out something about yourself too. So
the things we're looking for in a particular student or candidate mainly is, are they safe with the weapon? Do they handle it professionally? Is their judgment sound? Can they work well under a certain amount of pressure and make decisions and make the right sorts of decisions.
You are walking through the corridors of a jail. When you hear shots fired, you respond.
Please stop! Put your hands up!
Do you think you were justified in drawing the weapon from the holster when you did?
Yes, I did gunshots and they were close by.
Fine. Can we just have a quick replay, threat replay? Yeah, good judgment.
What these men are doing is an extraordinary job, and it's tempting, therefore, to look for extraordinary people to do it. Unfortunately, we don't have enough information to be able to distinguish who are the right people for doing the job and those who are not. Not even a psychometric test will enable us to do that. The problem with psychometric testing is it assumes that people behave in a standard way in all circumstances. Firearms incidents are definitely not standard circumstances. They're extraordinary circumstances, and it is difficult to predict from how a person will respond in the pub to how they will respond facing an armed adversary.
If it were to say, for example, that you were highly tense-driven or easily upset, we'd look for further information. There's not a lot here which would suggest anything of concern.
Last year, there were nearly 800 reported crimes involving weapons, including 2 murders and 60 serious woundings. The Armed Response Unit was in action over 400 times.
The danger of a domestic situation is that it is fraught, it is fluid, it is uncertain. And there is always the danger that the person will behave quite irrationally in those circumstances, even if it starts off in an unexceptional way.
How's Rachel?
She doesn't want you to come here anymore, Jack. You frighten her.
Who said? Did she tell you that? You mean you don't want me to come round?
Neither of us want you here, Jack.
Me neither. Don't do this to me, Carol. You took me out of the house. I've got no. Don't tell me I can't come to my house and talk to my wife and my daughter.
Jack, leave us alone.
What do you mean leave you alone? How can I leave you alone?
Please, leave us alone.
In this specially shot simulation designed to show the Armed Response Unit in action and to demonstrate their methods, Jack, his wife and the observant neighbour are played by actors. The police, members of the unit and divisional staff and officers play themselves. This dramatic reconstruction is unscripted, the actors improvising throughout.
Carol! Carol!
The armed police team itself has no prior information about this particular incident, one that could endanger both the police and members of the public. Although this is dramatic role-playing, it is representative of situations increasingly encountered by armed policemen.
Hello, police. Yeah, look, I've just seen a bloke break into a house with a gun. Yeah. Yeah, it was, he's down Stainton Lane. Yeah, Oak Bank Farm. Bury, yeah. Well, he arrived and started shouting at his wife, like, let me in, you bitch, and stuff like that. And he couldn't get in, so he went and got a gun out of his car and then smashed the window and went in.
Oh, Mr. Crabtree.
Yeah, I am.
Good evening. Sergeant Royal. I understand you've seen something you're not very happy about.
Yeah, there's a bloke just gone in the house up there with a shotgun.
With a shotgun?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Well, it's about 10 minutes now, I suppose. Right. Well, it's a bloke from the pub, actually. He works at the pub.
You know him?
Well, he just works behind the bar.
Right. You don't know his name?
Jack Robertson, something like that.
Where exactly is the house, please?
In there, there's an old broken down barn.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Behind it, there's the house.
What, the track from
down?
here?
Down, it's just down the lane.
Yeah, that one.
It's the white one there.
Yeah, well, this is the only track in here.
Right.
So he can't get out if we stop here and watch it.
Is that his car, do you think?
Must be.
Okay.
There's no other way out of
We
it.
didn't ask him about the car, did we?
No.
You stay here and keep your eye on it, so if anyone comes out, I'll go
Yep.
back to the car.
I'll move back a fraction.
I'll ask him about the vehicle and I'll shout for some help.
Yes, if you could please, if you inform the dog handler.
You're onto traffic as well? Right. Are you sending the ARV?
Yes, the IV will be informed and sent to the scene.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, received a report of a man breaking into a house at Oakbank Farm, Stainton Lane in Bury. The neighbour has seen a man breaking into the house carrying a shotgun. The neighbour is waiting at the top of Stainton Lane near the church. His name's Crabtree. Can you attend over?
Yeah, Roger, en route. Okay, Murph.
Yeah, the only thing I've got is a possible Robinson or Robertson.
Right, so we can do the PNC on the car and that'll give us a better clue, won't it?
We can do. I've not got the car number and I can't see it from there.
Okay. Right, I'll get on to Mr Patterson now, the ACC, and see if we can get authority.
Okay.
Hello. Mr Patterson, Brian Jackson, Superintendent from the M Division. I'm sorry to disturb you at home. I've got a firearms incident that seems to be developing on the division, and I need authority to turn out a full firearms team.
Brian, just before you go any further, can you confirm that you're at the scene? And you're in command of it, are you?
Yes, I'm at the scene myself now, sir. I've spoken to the officers who've interviewed the witnesses.
Yeah. I mean, do you think there's any way we can negotiate him out without having to issue guns, or is that going to be a bit risky for our officers?
I don't think that's possible at this stage, sir.
Yeah. Are you certain that the wife and child are still in the house?
No, I can't help you on that one either, sir. We're confident he's still in the house, and he's seen by an officer, and we've got an unarmed cordon on at the moment.
Well, in that case, taking all that into account, you have my authority to issue firearms to the staff, but I want to be kept updated about how it develops, please, Brian.
Right, Alan, we've got a full authority from Mr Patterson for a firearms turnout. Can you get the full team out? Replace the unarmed cordon with an armed containment until the rest of the team get here.
Yes, you're right. The White House, can you see the white painted building?
Yeah.
The white painted building, that's the building. Nobody's left and nobody's gone in. No noises.
No.
And there's no other way out of here apart from this track.
In reality, things are often messier than this. The Assistant Chief Constable may not be found in time and may have to authorise it retrospectively. The Superintendent is unlikely to be on the scene as quickly as this Superintendent was. And the chances are that the firearms team, comprising junior officers, will often take command of the situation because they have a monopoly of knowledge. The advantage of that is they know what they're doing. The disadvantage is they may see it exclusively in firearms terms and not attend to the wider implications or the long-term implications of what they're doing.
And SOP 715.
Where's the rendezvous point? Stainton Lane, where's that? Who's gone from the firearms department? Right. I'll go straight to the rendezvous point and I'll contact the division by radio when I get there. Okay. Yes, can you tell me if the rendezvous point is still Stainton Lane, re the incident at the farmhouse?
Stainton Road in Bury. Do you know where that is?
We're double checking with criminal records, obviously,
right,
via the PNC on the car to get as much information as we can.
Right.
The lads are here
Okay,
now.
the lads are here now. Mr Jackson, just basically tell me the story, what's happened, Peter.
Yeah.
As soon as lads have just arrived, I think you let lads out the vehicle, they can do a briefing all together.
Okay, I'll break them off.
Pete.
Hi. Just briefly, what we've got. Are you aware of the situation that's ongoing?
Yes.
The house itself, it's isolated, it's detached, and there's a number of outbuildings around it, and a few trees and shrubbery surrounding it. I've designated that as a white aspect of it there. Outside the white aspect is a vehicle. It's a dark blue Cortina Estate. Registration number November Bravo Uniform 6-8 Whiskey. Myself, I'm deployed there to the red covering the black side. Obviously, we can't cover it all with the four that we've got, so
Right.
Aidan's actually moved up into my position there,
Right, yeah.
as I've come around here to brief yourself and the boss. So we've effectively got it covered, we've surrounded it. There's been no movement, there's nobody been seen as yet. in the premises. There is a window broken down at on the red side at 1-3.
So basically, we're looking to get it contained, and if we can,
try and make contact, with whoever's in there.
Carol?
Is that Jack Robertson?
Yeah?
Hello, Jack. It's Inspector Barnes here from the local police station. I know there's been a bit of a problem there tonight. And we've had a report that you've been seen going into the premise and breaking in through the window. And you've taken a shotgun in. Now, I've got armed police outside the premises. Is this a wind-up, mate? No, it's not a wind-up. We've got a witness who's reported this to us. In fact, if you just have a little peep out your window and have a look around, you'll find...
Don't wind me up, mate.
You'll find that there's some armed policemen outside. It's a genuine call. We've had good information that you come tonight. Jack.
Yeah?
I thought you put the phone down on me then. Who's with you in there tonight?
Huh?
Who's with you?
It's none of your business, mate.
Listen, we've had information that you broke into the premises tonight and you've been seen to take...
You're on about it's my house, mate. How can I break into my house?
Now then, Carol, where's your baby?
She's at home.
She's at home? Which home do you mean? Do you mean the farm?
No, she's at my mum's house.
She's at your mum's?
Yes, sir. I saw Rachel. She's all right.
She's okay. That's fine. Do you know what's happened?
No.
It's my house, right? It's my house, okay?
Right,
who's in this house, right, it's my business, all right?
There's no problem. There's no problem with that,
mate.
Right now, Jack is a very dangerous person, but he's not an enemy to be eliminated. If this was a military operation and he was a sniper, then the task would be to completely blow him away, to eliminate the threat.
Does he get violent at all when he's had a drink?
Is this what this is about? Is he in a fight or something?
No, he's gone to your house, to the farm, and he's got a gun. And I'm trying just now to find out your attitude, or his attitude, how his frame of mind, really.
Is this what you do, right? Every time you hear some neighbour rings up about a Barney.
Jack?
What?
I'll tell you what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to come downstairs with the shotgun, come down to the door, put your shotgun on the floor and come out and talk to the officers.
No, mate, no.
That's what I'd like you to do.
No, right? I don't know what this is, mate. I don't know what it is.
I'm sure we can sort it out outside.
You can't sort it. You sort it out. You piss off and then we'll sort it out, all right?
I understand you've had an argument with your wife and I appreciate that.
He's at the window again. Hello. The window's being broken. Stand by.
The officers who are on the containment situation have seen him at the window on a number of occasions, and indeed in the last minute or so we have just heard him fire a shot from inside the house. There has no officer been in any danger. The shot was fairly indiscriminate. But nevertheless, I think it's now incumbent on us to move to the next stage, which is to bring in the fully trained negotiator to establish contact with him again and try to persuade him to come out of the house peacefully.
Hello, is that Jack? Jack, this is Len. I'm from the police. I'm just taking over from Inspector Barnes, who's been talking to you previously.
Is everything all right in there?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what's happening, Jack?
I'm just sitting here.
When you fired the shot before, I just want to make you sure that you realise that nobody's hurt and everything's okay outside, that things are under control, as it were.
I've dropped a right bollock here, haven't I?
Well, it's not a problem at this stage. What we really need to do is to get you out and sort it out, and that's what I'm here to do, to try and sort things out with you. Do you want to come out now, Jack?
I'm all right here, thanks.
You're okay. What I want to let you know is that we know that Carol and your little girl Rachel are okay.
All right.
There's no problems with them now.
Yeah.
So really, there's no reason for you now to stay in there, is there?
Was it Carol that got you come here? Was that it? Was it Carol's idea, all this, was it?
No. It was...
wasn't it? I'm just saying this to you right now. I'm just saying, right? I mean, she's, the things she said, right? Drunk, but, she's saying that,
And she's wrong about that, is she?
Of course she's wrong about it.
Right, well, what we'll try and do is, if we can get you out of there and get you and Carol together, we can sort it out. It isn't a problem. And
She shouldn't have done this. She should. This is her.
Jack, please come to the phone and speak to me. Let's try and sort this out if you can.
Slate's the boss.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah, we've just heard a shot. The shot's been discharged in the house. It seems to have come from the bedroom at Red 22. I don't think it's been fired from
Jack,
the house.
is everything all right there, please? Come and speak to me.
We can't see any movement there at the moment, over.
Yeah, Roger, thanks for that. Keep me informed. The lads on the outside have heard a shot fired from inside the bedroom. They don't think it's been discharged out towards them. There's no evidence on that. They've definitely heard a shot fired from inside the bedroom, but they haven't seen anything.
Can they see no movement at all?
No, nothing at all.
I'll just keep trying a bit longer. I'll see if we can get hold of him. Hello, Jack.
He's obviously been drinking.
And he was very depressed last time when he was speaking.
He could have shot himself, or he could just have fired a shot in the house and still be there. So, you know, we're still a waiting game as far as we're concerned.
Well, I think we should advise command about it, and I'll keep trying to get hold of him
Tell
in
them
case he
what's
comes on, and let's see what options they give us.
Boss to Sergeant Slater.
Let's go ahead, boss. Yeah, as soon as you want, Graham, start the entry. Yes, understood. We're formed up. Ready to go in 2 minutes. Roger.
This is not like TV cops. This is slow, methodical, and designed to ensure that no one does anything stupid. The police are heavily protected behind their bulletproof shields, so they are not on a hair trigger, and Jack has precious few options.
Armed police officers, can you hear me?
So many policemen with so many guns may be thought to be a gross overreaction to what is a lone drunk with a gun. The difficulty is that the police don't know what is on the other side of that door, and therefore they have to cater for the worst case scenario. He could still come out firing his weapon.
Put your hands in view. Put your hands up. Put them in view. Put your hands above your head. If you do as you're told, nothing will happen to you. Do you understand me? Right. I want you to get up onto your knees, keeping your hands in view at all times, move very slowly, and face towards that white cot in front of you. Do it very slowly. Do it now. Come on. No sudden movements. Keep it nice and slow. Don't bother looking at the shotgun. Just look at that cot, keeping your hands in view all times. Right. Put your palms uppermost in the small of your back. Slowly. Come on. Slowly put your palms in the small of your back uppermost. Right. Someone will come and handcuff you very shortly. Do not move suddenly or do anything stupid.
The great danger is that if you have an armed capability, there will be a tendency to use it, and to use it at a lower threshold. And that can promote a gun culture within the police. By limiting it to a specialised unit, however, there is the hope that you can contain that gun culture so that it doesn't spread to a general arming of police.
Yeah, the house is now clear, over. Yeah, Roger, obviously just do an equipment check because you come out, and then I think what we'll do is a debrief nearby. Or...
What was the sort of feelings when you heard the shot?
I don't think you found anyone in particular, was it?
It was out the window and up. Yeah. I could tell, I think.
What do you think?
You're right, Murph. You were
in any danger at all when he put the shotgun.
He's just stuck it in the air, basically. He stuck it in the air. Had it been, that's what that one was.